Welcome to Coffee with Carrie. The FBI says there are 2 new romance scams that we need to be aware of. They've been around a while, but they're really picking up in popularity. I always try to keep you abreast of what's going on in the catfishing, romance scams, dating scams that people are falling for, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The first one has increased 8 times since 2019 to this year, and I think we'll start with that one. If that's intriguing, stick around. That's what's on the agenda. If you're new here, I'm Carrie. I'm a matchmaker and a dating coach, and got to keep up to date on what these scammers are doing. The first thing is sextortion. It's a new trendy word, spelled like that. And it's where people are convinced to send nudes or compromising photos and then blackmailed to either send more or to give money. Otherwise, these photographs or images, videos will be shared with personal contacts, friends, family. Very underreported. It seems that people between the ages of 18 and 29 are 6 times more likely to report this than people over 30. People, if this stuff is happening to you, you have to let the authorities know so that these people can be found and stopped from perpetrating these crimes and frauds on other people. 58% of this crime is being perpetrated between people who have met on social media. Instagram and Snapchat are above all the others, taking the number 1 and number 2 places to where people are connecting for this crime to happen. And I want to give you a couple easy tips just to avoid this should you come in contact with someone who is setting you up to be the victim of sextortion. No second platform. In real life, you don't go to a second location. Online, you don't go to a second website, chat place, messaging app, especially because what they're trying to do is get you somewhere with encryption. It allows them to record your entire conversation while also keeping any images or videos that you send to them. They can also download all of this live as it's happening so that they can repurpose what you send for blackmail purposes or for sending along these photos to other people should it come to that, or should they just be sharing as part of their sextortion. And then obviously, no sharing of personal images, intimate conversations with people that you have not met in person. The internet ain't no place to start a relationship with people who are not available to meet you, as I always say, in person for a cup of coffee, glass of wine, walk in the park, whatever, within a week. So who's sending pictures to somebody within a week that are of that intimate nature? And if it's gone on beyond that, you're wasting your time, because this isn't a person who is actually interested in a relationship or meeting you. If they were, they would have met you within that 7-day period. So protect yourself and keep that rule in mind, my 7-day rule, and just don't with people that you haven't met in real life. And then the second thing that the FBI is talking about is crypto investment fraud. This is where people are encouraging you with insider tips and trading tips. It has to do with those silly little Google cards, the cash cards, and they know how to make big money. There's an investment they're going to let you in on. Nobody who doesn't know you, no strangers are going to be giving you tips that are going to make you a millionaire. It's very, very wishful thinking. I know to some of you it's very obvious, and you're going to put in the comment sections, how can you be so stupid? But some people are just very trusting and open to people that they meet without having met them. And there's a whole episode I have on whether or not you have the personality traits that would make you susceptible to catfishing or dating scammers. I'll link to that here and at the end of this episode, at the very end with those cards that show up with the 3 episodes. I'll put it there for you, but just know that it's not stupid people. It's people who have other qualities that make them trusting. The same rules for avoiding this apply here. If you haven't met this person, obviously, you're not going to be taking investment tips from them or even talking to them beyond day 1 or 2, because there are no plans to meet on the books. But secondarily, I thought I would mention that if a reverse image search on this person on Google isn't working for you, nothing's coming up, there is a link down in my description on how to get to socialcatfish.com. They have a YouTube channel with people who have fallen victim to the scammers, but they also offer an online tool, and it is a reverse image search. You can look up people's pictures that they've sent you, the pictures they're using as their profile, things that they've written to you, stories that it's basically an online personal PI, private investigator. You put information in and they spit it back out, tell you if this person is real or not, if Google isn't doing the trick for you. So check that out down in my description box if you need it. But protect yourself just by following my one rule for sure. You exchange a couple messages with somebody that you've connected with, a little repartee or teasing or getting to know you questions, and then you try to make plans for within the week. If that's not going to happen, you say, well, hey, when you're back in town, when you're back in the country, when you're back from your business trip, when you recuperate from your surgery, whatever it is, hit me up then and we'll make plans to grab a coffee. You don't talk to them from that point until future point when you're making plans. You wait until there's a plan on the calendar to get back to communication. That makes it super simple. You don't fall for somebody you're not talking to, and you won't be talking to somebody whom you're not going to be actually meeting IRL in real life. Keep it simple. All right, hope you found that interesting. These two new scam that are growing in popularity because they're out there, they're all over the place, and you're bound to bump into them at some point. And now you'll recognize them right away. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, hit that ring bell so you're notified when new episodes go live. Truly appreciate it. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, oh, Mom says give the episode a thumbs up if you have a minute. I'd appreciate it too. Until next time, have a good one.